What is up, guys? Ncaa 31 here, bringing you a NCAA 13 online friends list game unranked. I'm using the Idaho Vandals. My opponent is using the UNLV Rebels. Playing with these low exposure, bad teams, boy. Not a lot of talent on these squads, which is kind of fun in a way because you can only work with what you have. But in this video, I'm going to show you my custom vertical stems spread playbook. I have the link to the playbook at ncaaplaybooks.com. I didn't do a full write-up of it on the site. I may do one on the NCAA strategies forums at some point. If not, I'll just wait until NCAA 14. I just don't know if I'm in the mood to do one yet this late into the game. But the playbook link is below, and I will talk about what the playbook consists of in this vid. I also have a link to an article about the inspiration to this vertical spread playbook below as well. So what is Ncaa 31's vertical spread offense? As the name implies, it's obviously a spread offense, which revolves around a vertical passing game. I want to spread the field with 5 wide and empty sets, 4 wide receiver sets, and establish the passing game to set up the run, as with all spread offenses. And the way I define a spread offense is an offense that is designed to have the quarterback being a consistent, viable threat to run the football. A spread offense is designed to play football 11 on 11, meaning everyone on the defense has to account for every skill position player on the field as a running, receiving, or throwing threat, as opposed to the air raid and the run and shoot, where, even though you see some marriage of styles in the air raid and run and shoot that incorporate spread flavor, obviously Texas A&M came into mind this year as Ken Sumlin used Johnny Manziel's talents to their fullest abilities. Sonny Dykes and Tony Franklin, their air raids have a very spread-like running game. Hell, even Mr. Run and Shoot June Jones ran read option and QB draw quite a bit in SMU's bowl games. But at their core, the air raid and run and shoot are offenses that are designed to have their quarterbacks make their reads in the passing game, as opposed to running zone read, 15 times a game. But the spread wants to force a defense to play 11 on 11 football, as opposed to if the quarterback can't run, he's not a threat to be respected on the ground. The defense is playing 11 versus 10. So you want to even that advantage up in your favor. And if you can throw in the zone read game, you now have a defender, quote-unquote, eliminated, as he has to read either the dive or the QB, and then you option off of who he commits to. So that's really a very simplistic. Synopsis of what the spread is all about at its core. Now, my version of the spread here. This playbook actually isn't the final draft of it. It's the second to final draft, but it's virtually identical to the final draft of the playbook anyway, from very minor changes. But my approach is to spread the field with wide receivers, tight ends, HBs, either 4 wide, empty, or 5 wide. And I want to attack the field vertically. And the name of my spread playbook was inspired by a concept that good old Brian Kelly, of course I'd have a Notre Dame flavor in here somewhere, but Brian Kelly has been using the vertical stems concept for quite a while, way back in his Division II days, as a matter of fact. And it's really a very simple concept. You attack the field vertically, you push the field and stretch the field vertically. And what you're hoping to do is you are hoping that you can drive the defenders back, have them on their heels, and then break off your route either to a deep post, a deep out, a deep comeback, deep dig route. But you always have the threat of going vertical down the seams or down the sideline, with someone, usually a back, leaking out to check down. For example, a common concept that I have in this playbook that is a perfect example of what the vertical stems is all about is I'll have 3 receivers running vertical out of a empty set, and then 2 inside receivers running shallow crosses. So it forces the defense to have to honor the vertical route and hopefully open space for one of those 2 crossers to get open. Or you can have 2 guys running vertical down the seam inside and an outside receiver running a 15 to 20 yard deep dig. And if you can time the throw properly versus man, you can hit the guy in the cut before the defender is able to react to it. Here's a play here where I have 2 deep routes being run by the tight ends, trying to clear out space there, but I forced the ball in there and threw an INT. But that's the idea. You want to be selling vertical. You go vertical, obviously, if you have it, and break the routes off once you have established the vertical threat. There's good old Y corner. And I also have routes that complement that, like the smash concepts, and also deep switch and flood concepts. Another route combination that I like that, here's another example of what I was talking about. You see the deep breaking curl and the outside routes there. You get a press break, then you have an underneath route being underneath it. But back to what I was saying, another concept that I like that I have in this playbook is you'll have 2 digs being run to one side, one behind the other obviously, and a switch concept being run deep to the other side. And then you have your air raid, follow concepts, shallow crosses, and stick routes for your more ball control type passing game once you've established that you're going to attack the defense down the seams when you get the chance. Hopefully that will loosen up the defense and open up space for you to operate underneath. And you also have a fair amount of play action and screens. Halfback mid-screen, which operates as pretty much a shuffle pass. Slip screen, bubbles, mid-screen, flanker screens, and whatnot. And your running game is a mix of inline and offset HB runs, QE blast, wrap options. I also have a bit of a Gus Malzahn flavor to it with the auto motion and trail motion, where I'll run either a jet sweep, dive, or an option play, and then play action off of that. Play action out of spread can be very, very effective. And here the quarterback is so inaccurate. His accuracy rating is like a 70. He couldn't even, lead a simple bubble screen or double screen correctly. The mid screen was blown up, so I went to the other side and he couldn't even lead him. Right when I tried to get him to lead the pass up the field a little bit so he can run with it. But that's the idea of Ncaa's vertical spread attack. And like I said, I may do a write-up. I'm undecided about that at the moment. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Can't forget about double moves. Plenty of double moves. Post corner, corner post. All that kind of good stuff. And right now we're going back and forth, back and forth. And he scores, so I am back on offense. Got a good run here. Got your jet sweep, your play action jet sweep. Flanker dig. Here I dial up a Y corner post. Got a lot of high lows. You know, smash, an inverted smash, which is basically a high-low concept that involves a post route and a stick. You have the Y corner post that I ran there with a spot concept being run as well.
They're calling an audible.
Audible here to a run. I think I have a loose box there, and I do. If there's the QB blast in field goal range. Tried to pop the zone read. I retake the lead. And that'll be the ball game. So that's it. That's my vertical spread attack. That's the Ncaa vertical spread custom playbook. I also have an article that talks about the vertical stems concept, which shows some good examples of it from Brian Kelly's Cincinnati days. So you can see, or you can compare it to how I replicate that in the playbook. I think I come pretty darn close. And that's exactly the kind of game that I want from a dual threat passer. Wish he was a little bit better thrower, but again, he was just as much a threat on the ground as he was on the air. And that's what you need to really get the most out of your spread offense. So, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.